Jai Gurudev students. Now I will explain the last topic of lesson number 1, that is revisiting the rational number and their decimal expansion. In 9th standard we had find the decimal expansion of a rational number but by division method. This year we had to see the decimal expansion of a rational number without division. Let's see theorem 1.5. Let x be a rational number whose decimal expansion terminates. Then x can be expressed in the form of a p by q, where p and q are co-prime and prime factorization of q is in the form of 2 raised to the power n into 5 raised to the power m, where m and n are non-negative integers. For example, here we have taken 3 by 8. We are not going to divide by division method. Now we will find the factors of denominator, that is 8. That is 2 raised to the power 3. 2 raised to the power 3. We want to make the denominator is a 10. So we want the 5 raised to the power 3. We will multiply numerator and denominator by 5 raised to the power 3. We will get here 3 into 125, 375, 10 raised to the power 3, which is we are going to now convert into decimal expansion, that is 0.375. Everyone know very well, if it is 2 divided by 10, we are going to write decimal form of this fraction is 0.2. If it is 25 divided by 100, after how many place I will write that is decimal, that is 2512, here decimal 0. If I want to write here 13 upon 1000, which I will write here 13, how many place? Decimal 3, 1 2 3, it is third place is not there, that's why I will write here 0, then point, decimal point, and here the standard form to write here 0.013. okay. Second theorem 1.6. Let x is equal to p by q be a rational number such that the prime factorization of a q is of the form 2 raised to the power n into 5 raised to the power m, where m and n are positive integers. Then x has a decimal expansion which terminates. In the first 1.5 theorem, what that says? There says here x be a rational number whose decimal expansion terminates, then it has a denominator, it is in the form of 2 raised to the power n into 5 raised to the power m. And in theorem 1.6 they are saying here, if denominator is in the form of 2 raised to the power n into 5 raised to the power m, then the decimal expansion which is terminates, means we are going to get the remainder 0. Both are the theorems of the converse of each other. Theorem 1.7 says that let x is equal to p by q be a rational number such that prime factorization of a q is not in the form of 2 raised to the power n into 5 raised to the power m, where m and n are the positive integers. Then x has a decimal expansion which is a non-terminating repeating. Means here we have to see the three theorems, that is 1.5, 1.6 and 1.7. On these theorems we have to solve the next exercise, that is 1.4. They had asked here, without actually performing the long division, state whether the following rational number will have a terminating decimal expansion or non-terminating decimal expansion. Terminating means denominator is in the form of 2 raised to the power n into 5 raised to the power m, and non-terminating means denominator is not in the form of. We will see one by one the example. One thing is very clear here, that is numerator and denominator having no common factor. If common factor will come, then we have to remove that common factor by dividing the same number. Now first problem, 13 upon 3125. Already 13 is a prime number, means here there is no common factor. Now we will think about only the denominator, that is q. 3125, we will find the factors by prime factorization method because it is a 4-digit number. that is, it is not divisible by 2 because not even, it is not divisible by 3 because sum of these number is not divisible by 3, that's why 5. 5, if we will divide by 5, 625 we will get, again divide by 5 we will get 125, again 5, 25, again 5, 5 and 5 is a 1. Means here we will get the q, that is denominator is in the form of 5 raised to the power 5. Here if we want to find the decimal expansion is terminating, means q is required in the form of only 2 raised to the power n or 5 raised to the power m or 2 into 5, 2 raised to the power n into 5 raised to the power m. Out of 3 condition, if 1 is there, then it has a terminating decimal expansion. Now here q is equal to 5 raised to the power 5. You will think that here no term of a 2 is there. So we can write 2 raised to the power 0 because 2 raised to the power 0 is nothing but 1 into 5 raised to the power 5. Since the denominator q is in the form of 2 raised to the power n into 5 raised to the power m, where what's the value of n? 0. What's the value of m? Is a 5. Therefore, the given rational number has a terminating decimal expansion. Second, 17 by 8. Here, what is the q? Q is a 8. 8 can be written as 2 raised to the power 3. Means here q can be written as 2 raised to the power 3 into 5 raised to the power 0 because the 5 is not here and we want 2 raised to the power n into 5 raised to the power m. Since the denominator q is in the form of 2 raised to the power n into 5 raised to the power m, where n is equal to 3. What's the value of n? Is a 3. And what's the value of m? Is a 0. Therefore, the given rational number has a terminating decimal expansion. Third problem, 64 upon 455. 64, it is not a prime number, but both the numbers can't divide by any common factor. So we will find here the denominator's factor, that is 455's factor. Here we got 455's factor is first of all we will divide by 5. We will get here 91. 91 is divisible by 7. That's why we will get here 13. 13. Here 13 ones are 13. So q here denominator is 455 and q's factor is 5 into 7 into 13. Though it is one of the factor is 5, but another factor we got 7 and 13 which we don't want. We want only 2 and 5 is the factor. Since the denominator q is not in the form of 2 raised to the power n into 5 raised to the power m, therefore the given rational number has a non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. Fourth is 15 upon 6400. Now we are finding here 5 is common to both 15 and 6400. So we will divide by 5 to both numerator and denominator. We got here 3 upon 1280. Now 3 is a prime number. Now we can find here the denominator's factor, that is 1280's factor. We are finding here 2, 6, 4, 40, 2 again 320, 2 is divisible by this 160 and so on. We got here the factor of a q is equal to 2 raised to the power 8 into 5 raised to the power 1. Since the denominator q is in the form of 2 raised to the power n into 5 raised to the power m, where what's the value of n is 8 and what's the value of m is 1. Therefore, the given rational number has a terminating decimal expansion. Seventh, 6 upon 15. Again 6 upon 15 has a common factor, that is 3. Means both the number is divisible by 3. That's why we will divide by 3. We got here 2 by 5. Here q is only 5, means we can write 2 raised to the power 0 into 5 raised to the power 1. Since the denominator q is in the form of 2 raised to the power 0 into 5 raised to the power 1, means what's the value of m here? 0 and n here as m here 1. Therefore, the given rational number has a terminating decimal expansion. Okay. In this first problem we had seen the decimal expansion is terminating or non-terminating. In the second question, what we have to see? Write down the decimal expansion of a rational number in question number 1. Same question we have to use above, which have a terminating decimal expansion. First problem, again I am going to repeat here. 13 upon 3125. Here we had find that is q's factor, that is denominator q, which is nothing but as 3125's factor we had find 5 raised to the power 5. Q, which is equal to 2 raised to the power 0 into 5 raised to the power 5. Since the denominator q is in the form of 2 raised to the power n into 5 raised to the power m, where n is equal to 0 and m is equal to 5. Therefore, the given rational number has a terminating decimal expansion. Now we got terminating decimal expansion. That's why we have to find in the second step, that is the decimal expansion of this rational number. Okay. 13 upon, I will write here in place of 3125, 5 raised to the power 5. When we have to convert into decimal expansion, we want the denominator 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, mean 10 raised to the power n is in the form. So here we have only 5 raised to the power 5. We don't have 2 raised to the power 5 or nowhere the term of a 2 raised to the power n. So what we will do here, we will multiply numerator and denominator by same number, that is 2 raised to the power 5. So we will get here 13 into 32, 2 raised to the power 5 means 32, and we are having the 5 raised to the power 5 into 2 raised to the power 5 means here one index rule we will use here, that is 5 into 2 raised to the power 5. When the base is different but the powers is same, then we are going to use this index rule. That's why we will write here 2 into 5 raised to the power 5. 2 into 5 means 10 raised to the power 5. Here numerator is 416 upon 10 raised to the power 5. Means here I had to put decimal point after 5 places, that is 1, 2, 3, 4th place is not there, number is not there, that's why we will put here 0, then 5th again 0, then decimal. That's why we will got here the decimal expansion is 0.00416. Sixth problem, 23 upon 2 raised to the power 3 into 5 raised to the power 2. In this problem, numerator is that is prime number and denominator is already they had given in 2 raised to the power n into 5 raised to the power m. That's why here the denominator is in the form of 2 raised to the power n into 5 raised to the power m, where n is equal to 3, m is equal to 2. Therefore, given rational number has a terminating decimal expansion. Now we have to find their decimal expansion. Here 2 raised to the power 3 in denominator, 5 raised to the power 2. We want 5 raised to the power 3 also same. Power of a 2 and 5 is same. So we want again 5 is one of the term. So we will multiply numerator is also by 5 and denominator is also by 5. So we will get here 23 into 5 is nothing but 115. 2 raised to the power 3 into 5 raised to the power 3. Now you are finding here base is different but index is same. That's why we will multiply 2 into 5 raised to the power 3, 115, which is equal to 10 raised to the power 3, means we will put here decimal point after 3 decimal point, that is 1, 2, 3. Here we can use the that these decimal expansion will terminate after 3 places. When 10 raised to the power 2, then after 2 places. If 10 raised to the power 1 is there in denominator, then decimal expansion will terminate after 1 place. If 10 raised to the power 4, then decimal expansion will terminate after 4 place. Terminate means we will get the remainder 0. 8th one, 35 upon 50. That 35 upon 50, 35 is not a prime number. That's why we are getting here, that is 35 and 50 is divisible by 5. That's why we will divide it by 5. We got here 7 by 10. 7 is a prime number and 10 can be written as 2 raised to the power 1 into 5 raised to the power 1. Since the denominator q is in the form of 2 raised to the power n into 5 raised to the power m, where n is equal to 1 and m is equal to 1. Therefore, the given rational number has a terminating decimal expansion, and 35 by 50 is equal to 7 by 10, which can be written as 0.7, means decimal point is after one place, that's why after 7. So here we can say decimal expansion will terminate after one place. Third question. The following real numbers have a decimal expansion as given below. In each case, decide whether they are rational or not. If they are rational and of the form p by q, what can you say about the prime factors of a q? First problem, 43.12345678 Here decimal expansion is a terminating, because here there is a no dot dot and upper side there is a no bar, that's why decimal expansion is terminating. Terminating means given number is a rational number. If it is a rational number, so its denominator is of the form 2 raised to the power n into 5 raised to the power m, where m and n are the positive integer. We had written here, we have to find then denominator of is in the form of 2 raised to the power n into 5 raised to the power m. Then what's the value of these numbers? So we have to remove this decimal. When we are removing this, how many place we are removing? 9 place. Means denominator we will write here 10 raised to the power 9. 10 raised to the power 9 can be written as 2 into 5 raised to the power 9. Means 2 raised to the power 9 into 5 raised to the power 9. Therefore, in this problem, q is in the form of 2 raised to the power 9 into 5 raised to the power 9. Second problem, 0.120, 1200, 12000 and dot dot dot. In this problem, decimal expansion is a non-terminating, non-repeating. So, its denominator has a factor other than 2 or 5. Means there the denominator is not having the 2 and 5 as a factor. Therefore, the given number is an irrational number. Third problem, 43.12345678 bar. In this problem, decimal expansion is non-terminating, repeating. So, its denominator has a factor other than 2 or 5. Means 2 and 5 will not be the factor. Therefore, the given number is a rational number. Last year we had learned that is 0.3 bar can be written as 3 by 9. 0.12 bar can be written as 12 upon 99. 0.157 bar, 3 numbers is having 12 upon 999, 3 times. Likewise, in this problem, 43.123456789 bar means denominator we will get 99999 times. It is not 9 raised to the power 9. It is nothing but if we are going to be read this, we are going to get q is not in the form of 2 raised to the power n into 5 raised to the power m. It will be a 999, that is 9 times. Okay, that's why here we are going to get the q is not in the form of 2 raised to the power n into 5 raised to the power m. This number can't be written 9 raised to the power 9. This number denominator 99 crore, 99 lakh, 99,999. It is assignment 3 of lesson number 1. Home test 2 for you. Jai Gurudev students.